Good morning, everyone. We're back at it again with the proper amount of keys. And I see the Bannerlord crypt is ready to go. For those of you who did not watch yesterday's, we saw the first bosses on Demon Spawn and Shadowkin. Now we're going to get the Bannerlord boss and our second round of the Lizardmen. Why don't we start with the Lizardmen and get our way over to the boss? Because the boss fights are the ones that are the most unique, I guess. So fun times. The second, I will say from yesterday, the second tier of just adding more, uh, you know, 15 stuns instead of 10, etc., was a little bit saucy, but we got through it pretty good so far. So we'll see how that goes in the future. I'm gonna tell you right now, stun, taunt. If they put sleep, I haven't seen sleep yet. Hex, anything that there's a set for, just start using the sets. I'm trying to do it without it when I can, but I think for the second and probably the third wave of champions, segment like 8 through 13, and then of course 15 through 20. I think I'm just going to be using sets all the time because I'm pissing up stream or I'm pissing up wind, which is a bad idea. What are we, stuns? Or provoke? So this one is provoke. Let's see what we have available to us for provoke. Oh, well, we have Krisk. We actually have two Krisk. Breaks is pretty easy. If you want provoke, you have a single one that has a 100% chance on a 4-turn cooldown. Of the epics, you also have Broodlord. Broodlord has it on his A1 at a 50% chance on a 2-hitter, which is actually really good. So if you do not have legendary available, then these two epics are going to work out for you. Also, we have Terex, who has a 75% chance on a 4-turn cooldown as a rare. So you can stack the deck in your favor. I'm going to stack the deck in my favor and just bring in the heat. In fact, I'm just going to bring in the double because I know they have gear. I don't have to worry about it. This is going to be a pretty simple one for me. But regardless, oh, you're all provoked. Regardless, just do what you can. I think the lizards are going to give you a pretty reasonable. They're going to give you a pretty reasonable output. So I wouldn't worry too much about this group being able to or not being able to perform. Oh, I love Chigurh. It just adds so much fun. All right, we'll see you at the end. We'll talk about it, and then we'll move on to the next level. There you go. Simplest of simple. So let's just move on to the next. Not much more to talk about. It's just that's just a simple one. When you have Krisk, it's unfair, but life's not fair, and so now I'm gonna pay for it. Reduce 6 enemies by 50% HP by enemies HP by 50% with one skill. So these are your nukers. I will say, not a huge fan of the nuking ability of these champions among epics. Krokmar's going to do enough that I think that's where I'm going to get it from. Gosh, is there an epic that has that level of damage? Basilisk might be able to do it on a single target. Um, Maybe. I know that we're probably going to remove one of the Chris and bring in our oh god, what? Oh my god, Draco, because his A1 can do it for sure. Rosin can probably do it. That might be your best kind of quote unquote free to play option. If you build them properly, Ramontu can definitely do it. Bathasa, I think, can. Krokmar definitely can. Roxham, very strong. Epics, I don't know. Maybe the Basilisk and Jarang. He does one enemy 2 times. That might be your best bet. They both have the stuns too, so it's not like it's a terrible option here. Why don't we bring in one of them? Whoever's actually probably whoever's not built. Can Drake? I don't think Drake can. Maybe Z? Ooh. Oh, you know what? The new guy. Slixus. There's your guy that you want. You want Slixus. All right, let's do this. Take two. I need that decreased defense, and I didn't have it. So we're gonna lock them out. We're gonna HP burn them. We're going to decrease defense and weaken them. We're going to give some extra damage stats here. Boop. That got 2. Now it's his turn. This will definitely do it on a single champion. Will his AoE do it? It's the question. It didn't get anyone. Now, would it have done some of the lower damage guys? Maybe. Maybe. Okay, we're going to take an AoE. I think he should be able to do it. Oh, but he's not the right one anymore. He's not the one that's nuked out. Okay, let's see. Well, still only got 2, but I'm not too worried about it. I'll let you know how it goes at the end. How many we get with him? I'm a little bit trying to get him to work is kind of probably my problem, but I'll let you know on the flip side. All right. Well, surprisingly, Slix's AoE, I didn't. Well, it's maybe not surprisingly, but it didn't quite have enough umph. That could be on me. What was his total stats here? 6,280. I mean, gosh, how much more do you really want to be able to hit that? His A2 definitely overkilled it. So if you need to bring in single target, Slixus will help you. I'm pretty sure both Basilisk and Durang can do it too with their single target hits. They're multi-hitters, and multi-hitters usually do enough damage to get past that 50% range. If you have Krokmar, it's simple. He's the one that did 5 out of 6 of the ones that I needed to check off the ability. So let's go on to the last stage of the slimy lizardmen, and that's manipulate turn meters. This is an interesting one. I know I got them, so let's see what we have here. Definitely Krisk is going to be our best in class. It's actually other effects. So manipulate turn meters. We'll see a fill turn meter. You've got you've got 1 epic, and does he do it on? Oh, so this is a pretty good one. It is 1 epic, but it's a free epic that you can fuse, and it's an AoE turn meter on a 3-turn cooldown. That's pretty good. We're gonna bring him in definitely to help out, just because it takes a lot. We also, of course, have we have a lot here. We have Sulfuron, who can do it. I believe Sulfuron does it on his revive dead allies an extra turn. Does he do it here? Does it on his A1, fills himself. Okay, so this is good too. So he's going to fill his turn meter, and he's going to fill the turn meter of all the allies with his A1, which is really nice, so long as they're under an HP burn, which he places. So that's a really nice overall. You got a bunch of other ones. Roxham has the opportunity of filling his own turn meter. I don't think he has an AoE turn meter. But he has 2 abilities that do his own turn meter, so that's very nice. We have Vargal, who does the turn meter on himself and can repeat. So this could be a nice one if you have Vargal and he starts popping off with his multi turns. I believe this is a. So I think your Broadmouth's probably the best, just easiest one for manipulating turn meter on the fill side. As far as the negative effects, reducing turn meter. Here we do have a couple of champions. The big one is Aox for the epics, and he's probably the best. He has a 75 book to 100% chance of decreasing each enemy's turn meter by 20%. So he's going to do some work for you here. We can probably even just bring him in. Bethassa has a turn meter 30%, so it's very nice on an AoE 4-turn cooldown. So there's some good options. There's not a lot, but they are out there. Of course, you have this antiquated 6-turn decreased turn meter, which absolutely should be a 5 or 4-turn. This is a legendary champion. But of course we fix. There's 1,000 champions, and we fix 2 to 4 per month if we do it at all. But I think this team's going to be able to do it more than enough. So why don't we bring them in? I always like bringing in Krisk, but if you don't have Krisk, bring anyone that can taunt. We also want those HP burns. Love those. And then we're going to run this, which is going to decrease their turn meter. We're going to run him, which is going to just do the damage. Boop. I think it's this one, right? Yeah. So there's all the turn meter. We've already at 35 of 40. So we can go ahead and try to kill these guys now. I don't know. We'll see you on the other side. I don't think you need to see any more of this. All right, I had to change it up slightly because of the freezes. The chance to freeze was about 99% on the previous team, so I did unfortunately have to take out Aox. The thing is Sulfurin has, I forgot, he has tons of boost on his actual A2, which, I mean, it just made it so much easier. And then I could bring Pythion in to block debuffs. Brought a Draco for the weaken and decrease defense, which allowed Krokmar to do much more damage. And Draco splash damage on his A1, although this guy's not really built for damage. I have a damage one, but he's slow because I still use him in my clan boss. But regardless, we made it through this. I kind of wish I could do more with epics, but I feel like it's more important that I get the 3 stars. So that's kind of where we're heading at. What do we get? Oh, we got 2 somethings. That's all I know. They're blue, but I'm okay. All right, time for our third boss. And I think, is he the same? Mirror Mod, Dimensional Reflection, Exchange. Oh, so these guys are the same. I thought maybe just the last one might have been, but they feel the same. Or are they just stronger? I don't know. It feels very similar. Just stronger versions of the exact same ones you've already fought. Which, I feel like that's a bit of a cop-out, but no problem. The big thing about this is just making sure no one dies and we're able to take out this champion. Now, this champion's going to be the HP swap. And I certainly don't want him to swap the HP. So the whole kit's open. Damage dealers, debuffers, cleansers, reviver be good to have if you have one. I don't think I'm going to bring one in unless something crappy happens. So I think we're going to, like we did in the other ones, we'll just show you the third round. I'm trying to think whether or not just having him will be enough. We'll probably end up with the HP swap. But we could bring in Rhonda if she's got gear, which is always, the answer is always no. I really like him in this. I kind of really like this team. So I'll see you on the boss round. All right, we're actually having a few problems here. I'm going to try something else out. The damage isn't nearly what I thought it would be given who I'm using in the actual third wave. We'll get to there, and I'll talk about it once we're at the boss stage. All right, so this boss is no different than the previous boss, but there's some mechanics that I don't see in here. They added a block active skills. I don't think that was there before. The debuff spread was always there. This HP swap was always there. The mirror, 30% chance to convert all active buffs to those are tainted mirror. This is new. And it also has a 30% all active buffs on those are placed on enemy mirror to the equivalent debuffs. So that's new. And so that's the first thing. We'll also talk about the fact, so we got a decreased defense on this baby. Look how much health they have. They have to be able to weather that much damage. So we've put high resistance on and a 6-piece protection. I can't use that until, okay, that's too bad. So that she'll still be around so that she can revive, because we are literally, you can see here, and the fear, I guess, is there's no resistance. Apparently it just, I get screwed. That's fine. It's only, yeah, well, that's a shock. See, like now it's this cycle of I'm screwed. I actually want to do this to give myself a hope. It's actually crazy how little damage I did on those things, considering. Just hoping to get through. That's fine. Like, oh, don't get taunted. Okay, this is gonna be good. Don't die. I need the heal, so I need her to not be locked out. And certainly not miss turns. Oh, thank God. We can at least get some heal, some reprieve. And of course, that one wasn't protected, which always happens. Oh, no, there's no point. Just get her killed. We can take that and do some turn meter. I'm worried that this is just going to get them all. Okay. Of course, she got locked out. We can put. Stop! Stop! Just stop. Oh, thank God. Is it more? Who's the most important? Probably you. Get that decreased attack out, which should help us. This one was rough. And remember, we still got the HP swap to go here. And we're at turn count 97. There's no way. There's no way I can do this. You can see the turn count. I don't know in my head how to do this in 100 turns. I don't know. I had 2 health swaps, and this is with Akaya in protection, 6-piece protection, decent speed. Could be faster. Maybe that's what I got to do is make the team really fast so I can cycle more. Her 30% chance to switch from bad to good buff thing, that's a lie. It's about 60% chance. It happened all the time. As part of it was just getting me done. Her health swap takes health from everyone, not just one champion. So that's a load of trash as well because that leaves you vulnerable. I don't know. I'd be curious if any of you have seen anyone or have yourself completed this in under 100 turns. Everyone high resist is another thought, right? Maybe not in the speed, and just give everyone high resist, 300 speed. I guess I don't know. I'm. This was a rough one. I guess we could do Helior. He's got a resist in all battles, but I just where's the damage? Like the craziest part for me, the hardest part for me was just the sheer lack of damage from arguably one of the best damage dealers in the game, and a very strong defensive damage dealer in the game too. We could bring in Septimus, but he's really only going to do this every 4 turns, and it's going to be capped at 10%. So it's not like it's going to be so impactful. It's not like the newer ones that have multi-hit. So I am flabbergasted. The only thing I can think of is putting everyone in a high enough resist so that at least your buffs ain't getting messed with. And that might be able to get me enough damage. But I had to, 200 some turns. I had to tap out. So we're gonna finish the rest of this, but I'm actually a little bit, like, I'm not quite sure. I just got to think outside the box, I guess. Is this overtuned? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm going to look after this video. I'm going to go search the interwebs and see if anyone did this. And if you just watched the whole battle, it was phenomenally ugly. And I sped it up because it was 11-minute battle. I'm not going to put that in a video. But wow, that one caught me off guard. And to the point where I'm not sure where to go with that either. So it should be interesting. Okay, next up we have reduce enemies HP. Speak of the devil with this. I mean, might as well give more attack. I don't know if he's got gear. I don't know if he will work because he really needs high enemy max HP for this to work, but we'll give it a try. You can see where I have been using him quite obviously. He's a very nice Cursed City champion for the crab whenever we have to deal with him. But I'm sure I don't. I need crit damage. I don't need primary stat. It's not going to do enough. So let's go substat crit damage. Primary stat. Who cares? Hide set filters. I'm I think I'm still just really wrecked by that boss. Like that boss wrecked me. I don't know. Who cares? This will be fine. I don't even know if he's gonna be worth it. All right, here's stage 8. Take 2. I'm kind of reeling a bit. We don't need him. Baron's gonna do all our work. Geez, for epics, this is the same thing as when it was 6. You could bring in someone like Archmage, who's going to give you the crit rate, the crit damage, and the increased speed. I think that's probably a smart move, just to give him as much damage as possible, and then all battle attack even will work. And then I kind of feel like I might need a revive? She doesn't have any heals, which kind of sucks. We could bring him a Naya, would probably keep them pretty well alive. All battle speed. I don't know. Maybe we just try to load Baron, and he should be able to get 10 with his A3 skill. I'm not even going to try epics in this one. I'm still messed up. So, God, why is my words not working? I'm broken, everyone. That last thing broke me. I switched him out to an accuracy banner so he can land his stuns just to help with control. Again, that bitch keeps living, but we did get 5. I think we can just pop. And then, of course, we would weak hit on anyone we can. 35% chance to happen 75% of the time. I don't know if you're well aware of that, but that is the actual numbers. Just in case you didn't know that. And as expected, Baron did his job. Archmage kind of helped with that, but it wasn't even close. Isaiah 1 actually got one of the conditions. So if you have Baron, you probably have this. At this point, I think if you don't have, I'm gonna be straight with you. Unless there's something I'm just not thinking of, like maybe if you use toxic sets, you can take a lot of damage there, but it's not that much damage, and the poisons are usually capped on bosses. If you can get past stage 7, you probably have enough damage on champions to get past stage 8. That's the be real moment for you. All right. Stage 9, we got to try to get 15 provoke debuffs. We've got a provoke set on Stultus. He's running really fast. I think I want to bring in her. I think I got some heals from Seneschal. Hopefully that'll be enough. Let's take a look here. This is going to be a problem because of, and this is if you guys remember from the previous world from Jintoro or Jinwang. So this is going to happen. He's going to cleanse. So that's going to make this a heck of a lot harder. Wow. This has been a crazy I got to say, wow, this was tough. It was tough to try to balance damage with control. You got Jinwang, you've got everything about this. Jinwang, Paydrag was offering more. I think he gives them more damage stuff. Jinwang was cleansing everything auto and putting up buffs, block debuffs. Then you have Elva, who's reviving and cleansing, and then you have the increased resistance from the dwarf dude. This was the hardest stage that I've completed, and it took me a very long time. In fact, Bannerlords in general was tough, and I'll tell you what it is. It has nothing to do with the challenges themselves. The challenges themselves are fine. The problem is when you look at this team, in order to be able to cycle, you need revives. And the problem is, I don't have Raglan. Revives an ally with 75% HP and a full turn meter. That'd be amazing. I have Kaya, doesn't have heals, but has revives. I don't have Marichka. And does she have revives by nature, or she just when she dies? So she wouldn't really do anything useful for me, although maybe just keep the team alive. And then the only other reviver on the entire Bannerlords is Ursula, and Ursula doesn't bring heals. So I had a problem where I didn't have heal. No matter what I would do, if I brought in Sathalia, I couldn't also bring in Kaya. I needed 2 damage dealers, or I wasn't doing enough damage. I'll say I did bring in Baron, and I brought in Stultus for their damage. And the key was having the taunt set, the provoke set on Stagnite. So Stagnite would go first. He was my fastest. He'd drop, hopefully land everyone's debuffs, and then you'd get taken, right? The Jingwang's passive would proc, and that's fine. And one way I was trying to do is I was trying to get Sathalia then to turn around, cleanse that, so that my Seneschal could then taunt, which would give me at least 5 on the first round. And what it ended up working is cycling A1s a lot, not getting Baron to kill everyone, because Baron Stultus combo could pretty much wipe a wave. But I needed more taunts, so I had to slow play it, and even a couple times. But we got it done. That was ugly. We're now two missed events. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how to do the Bannerlord boss. And that boss is going to be even harder at 1421. I don't see a scenario where I can do that in under 100 turns. I don't know if there's a scenario where I can do it at all, but we're going to give that a try. I think Kaya helps because she's got cleanse. I think Raglan is a big deal. If you have Raglan on your team, I think that's a much different story because she has heals and revive on one champion, so you're not trying to split those duties into 2. My only hope is that as the champions get more difficult, maybe there'll be a scenario where I can use Baron and still be able to cycle through. But on the boss, that doesn't mean anything. The boss is just going to be a problem, and maybe I don't finish it, and maybe I do. Maybe I see someone else finish it and get an idea from them. In 100 turns, it's tough. It's tough with the Bannerlord champions we've got. Yeah, I don't know. I'll be excited to see what someone else does. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Thank you for watching. Please be kind, be safe, and we'll see you in the next video.